Let's go.
Wednesday afternoon.
And again, it expanded his game, his knowledge, his experience, and the way he played, which was very good for him to do that. So I don't think it's always a bad thing to lose a good player if it's going to develop their game and perhaps they run the course at their present club. But having said that, I still say that Liverpool can probably have 2 or 3 more years at least out of Mo Salah. And I think they should do their best to keep him, because it would be a great shame if they lost him and Alexander-Arnold. You may then find 1 or 2 others get itchy feet and they want to go. So clubs have got to be careful, but I'm sure they know what they're doing. And, I think Liverpool do. It looks to me as if they will win this year's Premier League, and they are the best team, really, most consistent team so far.
Yeah. Now, just still on the Liverpool and Mo Salah. So there's been talks of Ballon d'Or for this year, for Mo Salah. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think who won it this year. Do we know, or has it not happened yet?
Who won it last year? You mean?
Who did win it?
Last year?
Who won it last? Yeah,
Rodri.
Who won it last year?
Manchester.
Of course he did. Yeah, Rodri. So this year we don't know, but I think as it's looking, and I can't say I'm too aware of the great players in Europe. I mean, we all hear about them. We see them sometimes in the Champions League. People like Mbappe and others. But yeah, you think on any list, you think Mo Salah's got to be there, because he's scoring lots of goals. I mean, I think he got his 20th goal of the season last weekend, and that's the 8th season running he's scored a minimum of 20, and he's been up to 40 before now. So his goal scoring ability, bearing in mind he's not kind of an out and out striker, he's a winger really, who cuts in very often and with his left foot glides the ball into the goal very cleverly, but he's not the central striker. So you could argue that getting the numbers of goals that he gets is quite phenomenal, really. And of course, he has quite a few assists as well. So he's the all-round complete player. And the other thing I've noticed, and they commented on the television when I watched him the other day, is how much he's smiling and laughing through the game. If you watch him, even if he misses something, he'll turn around and laugh, not in any kind of stupid way, but he just looks like he's in love with this beautiful game. He loves the game of football. He's on top of his game, and he's clearly having a good season. I think if you go back last season, you got the feeling he was unsettled, he wanted to move possibly, and he just didn't look right. This year he looks the perfect example of a top footballer, and he's clearly enjoying his football, which is great.
Yeah, it is. So, if you had to choose between Mo Salah, Liverpool's Mo Salah, and Vinicius Junior, is still a worthy contender. He's still out there. Still, who would you put? Who would you choose?
I didn't catch the second one. Who is it?
All right, so Vinicius Junior, Real Madrid's Vinicius Junior. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Him that was snubbed last.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Again, without seeing somebody fairly regularly, it's not always easy to comment. But yeah, we know players in Real Madrid, and him particularly, they are brilliant. And again, I never quite know who votes for the Ballon d'Or, whether the different clubs here get a vote or the public. I don't know. I don't understand how that happens, or whether it's UEFA who does it. But you hope that they do it in a fair way. Obviously, Rodri won it last time, and British teams have had players who've won it in the past. I've sometimes got the impression there's a bit of bias towards the top European clubs, I suppose, because Messi and Ronaldo dominated the Ballon d'Or for so many years, and therefore it looked as if they were kind of ignoring our league. our Premier League, although years ago Ronaldo did play there, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as it's done fairly, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Mo Salah does win it because of the number of goals and his sheer class. But yeah, as always, you're going to find that there's competition on these things. So it could literally be one of probably 4 or 5 players.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So with Busayo Sako out of action.
South Family and the ladies, Dr. Gladys and Phantom and Rose. We all have a lovely show every weekday. So